Good morning, friends. Welcome to Morning Tea. Thank you for joining me. Listen to those birds. You ever sit outside, hear the birds, and just wonder what they're saying? There's a lot of talking or singing going on, isn't there? If you look in a bird book, they'll give uh, some meanings for many of these calls. A warning, or just looking for a mate, or uh, but do you wonder if there's more than that going on? I came from, as when I was a kid, we were kind of at the end of the era where animals were basically seen as little machines. Certainly plants were seen like that. But I would say animals as well. We used the word instinct a lot as humans during those years. Say, well, animals just operate off instinct. And I kind of wonder if that had a little to do with our insecurity as a species and wanting to feel like we were special. We humans love to set ourselves apart and try to make ourselves different from all the other animals around us. If you come from some religious traditions, maybe that's more likely. If you're coming from a scientific tradition, then it's a little less likely that maybe we humans are are strongly qualitatively different. I heard recently that some researchers were working with elephants and discovering that when they would play a sound, so they're recording the elephants' voices, and they play a sound, they noticed that just a single elephant would answer to a certain sound. And the implication there is that almost there's a name. There's a sound that specifies an individual. A name is something that, well, we maybe thought was kind of uniquely human. Liliana's reading a book about trees, and you've probably heard of the Wood Wide Web, and how mycorrhizal fungi play into the whole ecosystem of a forest. And we've known for some time that trees can have a chemical reaction to an insect, for instance, and put out chemicals that effectively repel that insect. But as that research has continued, we'll get this. So it's been found now that some trees can have an insect start to chew on its bark, and the saliva of that insect will be detected by the tree, and then the tree will release a chemical that that is attractive to the predator species of the attacking insect. When you think about that, I mean, we can still, if we want, we can imagine that is just a more complex machine going on. But the more we explore nature with a more open mind, and I'd say open heart, the more we're discovering that there's a lot more going on than we ever imagined from that mechanical viewpoint. And so when we walk through this world, a sense of amazement. I keep coming to this lately, this sense of amazement that, again, we humans have constructed kind of a one-dimensional world. It's very loud, it's very monotonous, it screams for our attention. When we're caught up in that, we're just watching TV, we're just on our screens. That's the world that we will perceive. That's the feeling or the sensation of life that we'll have. But if we pick up a book like the one that Liliana's reading, and we sit outside, wherever you are, if you're in an apartment in the city, open the window and look out. You're going to have a lot of sounds, a lot more than I'm having this morning. But you might also see pigeons. You might see clouds. And you might start to wonder about those pigeons or those clouds. What's going on there? We have our superficial human knowledge. But the more we explore, the more we discover, wow, we're finding out that there is amazing stuff going on. There is an idea that this is all consciousness. And to me, that's one of the most, it's the primacy of consciousness rather than the primacy of matter. And to me, that's such an intriguing idea because it makes everything alive. I'm up this morning at a time when everybody's getting up and going to work. I thought I was going to be a little earlier than that, but so there's the human sounds too, and all their complexities. It just makes the world amazing when we think of it like this. So that'd be my encouragement today. If if you're using screens a lot, to take an hour that you would have devoted to watching a screen. Most of us, we might say we don't have a lot of time in our day, but most of us find an hour to sit in front of a screen during a day. And step away from that screen. And whatever your access is to outside, sit outside, have some tea, bring a little snack. Watch, if you can see, some animals, some birds. Look at the sky. Feel the wind on your skin and start wondering. Like these scientists are doing who go out and explore the woods and the wood wide web and the communication of whales or elephants. Just wonder. Is that plant that's there just a green thing sticking up out of the ground? What is its experience of life? What's going on in its universe, in its world? Share your thoughts in the comments, my friends. Thanks for joining me this morning. Love to you all.